who lost confidence. And a lot of us may fall in the same trap of shaitan. When calamities strike, these are tests from Allah Azza wa Jal. No one on earth can escape Allah's testing. But Allah's tests to us vary. Now, your friend is divorced and he has problems at work. He's scared to talk back to his boss. He has a lot of calamities. If you ask him, all these calamities that you're having combined, would it be equal to having colon cancer or leukemia? Or would you be fine with these calamities and trials from Allah Azza wa Jal? He would tell you definitely no. What I'm going through is far better than being a patient of cancer stage 4 or whatever. May Allah cure all our ill people and loved ones. If you ask him, are these calamities okay, or would you rather be in Africa suffering from drought and famine, or maybe be in Syria being bombarded by the Russian army or by the tyrant forces, being killed, being displaced, having to migrate, suffering from hunger. You don't know when someone will come and chop your neck or take your loved ones and do heinous things with them. He would say, no, what I'm having is far greater. So you should look at other people's suffering in order to appreciate what Allah Azza wa Jal is testing you with, first of all. Second of all, what he is suffering from is due to lack of tawakkul, which means trust, dependence, and reliance on Allah Azza wa Jal. When we don't have this trust in Allah, when we do not depend on Allah, everything scares us. And this is why the Salaf used to say, whoever fears Allah, Allah will make everything else afraid of him. And whoever fears other than Allah, Allah would make everything intimidate him and make him afraid. So when you trust Allah, when you depend on Allah Azza wa Jal, when you know that Allah is your protector, your provider, you don't fear anyone else. You would have guts. I understand that people differ and we may be a bit reluctant, a bit hesitant to speak to others. No one can, out of the blue, enter a masjid and give a khutbah of Jum'ah. Maybe 1 in 1,000. And the rest would be intimidated. Some people would go and try to give khutbah Jum'ah and faint, as they have reported. People coming and saying, Alhamdulillah, wa salatu wa salam, Rasulullah, and they faint. It's too much for them. And there are people who have no problem in giving a khutbah to Jum'ah, and they have no shame in coming on Got Talent or The Voice or whatever and singing their heads off. They don't even observe Allah Azza wa Jal. They could care less. They don't think that they're doing something haram because they don't even know what haram is. Therefore, my advice to your friend is, first of all, to sit with himself, acknowledge Allah's favors and blessings upon him that are numerous and without count. You cannot count them. Secondly, to trust Allah, to put all of his dependence and reliance on Allah Azza wa Jal. Thirdly, try to communicate, not to be defensive all the time, not to block yourself out of any conversation. Try to make a move. Try to push yourself a little bit. And once you cross this line of being reluctant and hesitant, inshallah Azza wa Jal, you will find a big difference.